Okay.
All right, so we started recording right now. So basically, once you get into the portal, there's a few things that we need to be aware of. I think the most important one is the mobile business tools. You can use your mobile applications. You can quote your you can quote most of your products over the with the phone. If you use paper applications, you can just go in and click and scan the application up, or you can actually document drop. Basically means like if you recruit another agent under your agency or agencies, you can document drop it and it'll go directly to Occidental. And then if you're using a paper application, you can just scan it with your telephone with either application for scanning, and then you can use the app drop. You can actually do the application right now on your tablets or phones. You can actually take the application on your phone and it will not let you make a mistake just because the way it's set up. So you'll know that there's going to be no mistakes made on your side. So one thing that really is another thing is your conventions. You know, the if you click on the convention 2018 trip, if you really look at it, um, you'll see as it downloads for $75,000. As you can see, for producers at 75,000 for 1 year, they give you a trip to. Right now, it's going to be at the Fairmont on Whistler. Um, in British Columbia, obviously. But it's 75,000 points. Most every other company, even combined, requires 100,000 or more to go to the trip. So for 75,000, you can go on there. The second thing that you need to be aware of, there's always a help desk. So if you got any questions, you can email, you can call. I mean, you can, here's the application for scan, e-scan. So there's a lot of help within the actual website, agent contract. So, you don't even have to ask us to email a contract to you. You can just click on the contract and you can fill this out, what commission you want to pay your agents. They'll report to you. Obviously on the third or fourth page, I'm sorry, you're the recommending agency. This is for you to have other agents under you, and of course, there's the instruction for the anti-money laundering for all the companies, but you use Accidental Life. AML is the agent code, and the password is course, right? So make sure that all your agents take that. Underwriting, it's got all the underwritings for non-USA citizens, for most every other product, critical illness, exam orderings, so you're going to have a lot of that information there. Key contacts, that's just what it is. Underwriting, I'm sorry, not underwriting, we just went through that. Agent training, I'm sorry, agent training. Agent training, this is where you went to get your anti-money laundering. I would recommend that you take the annuity training course, because on the annuity training course, that will allow you to sell the annuity that comes with one of the products, which is the OVA. So if I click on downloads, you can download the calculators for every product. As you can see, they'll download in one simple calculator. If you have trouble downloading that, you can go ahead and call Occidental. They'll help you write out, because if you got apples, they got to do what they call a double boot. So they'll walk you through that. It's pretty simple. Other than that, you can go to your illustrations. You can do your illustrations online anytime. And the product OBA is the one that you can add the annuity rider to the policy. And this is one of the products that you want to, well, you always want to have it on the back of your mind, but you don't want to sell it all the time because it is so inexpensive. A 35-year-old female, for example, in Texas, no smoking, that pays monthly at $200,000 level, you know, the pricing on that is $27 for $200,000 worth of insurance that will take her to 70 years old. So it's not a 20 or 30-year product. It's basically, it ends at age 70. But see how it's 27 years, $27? Check it out. If I put $300, whatever the customer can save, even if they save on the annuity another $27 a month, which can be a maximum of $4,000 a year, it'll show you over here that their initial monthly premium is 27 and the monthly payment for their annuity is 27. And you can see that reflected, the savings reflected here. And see how much accumulation, the total death benefit, and all the accumulation and the monthly income that they can have just with $27. Even if they cancel the policy at any time, the customer keeps the annuity part forever. So it is a way to getting into an annuity for next to nothing, basically, because you can open your annuity, you can open your OBA, you can open your annuity and then cancel the life part 1 month later and keep your annuity. So it's an easy way to get into a savings retirement program. Um, one of the two main products that we're going to sell, that I recommend that you sell, it's going to be the Home Protector and the Golden Solutions. Once you get good and you start flowing money, getting money into your bank account, I would recommend that you learn how to do the Secure Life Plus. And this is a universal life, which has a lot of components, and it'll help you accumulate a lot of cash for retirement too. So people do it for cash accumulation. With this one, we can write cases up to $2 million. So I mean, we can underwrite cases up to down to table 8 or 10, which means basically means that the higher the table rating, the sicker the customers we can approve into the program. So make sure that you watch my video on that one. It's an old one, but it's got a lot of good points. On the Home Protector, people will need to be homeowners, condo owners, or apartment owners to get the Home Protector. So make sure that you get familiar with that. Golden Solutions, it's for the final expense, people 55 and older. And then the Family Solutions, it's for people 54 and under, or 49 and under, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go back one step so that I can tell you a couple of things. Did you order supplies already?
No.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna. Oh no, I cannot order here because I'm not on your site. But anyways, I need you to go whenever you have time. Go to order supplies. Let me show you again. Order supplies. Go ahead and click your Texas. Go ahead and click your Family Solutions, Golden Solutions, additional categories, OBA, Home Protector, Secure Life Plus, and questionnaires. Okay, those are going to be your main products. Okay, I need you to order, there's going to be the contract packs that you see. Well, that's the contracting, but let's see, family solutions, you're not going to sell a lot of that. So I would just order like 10 packets, 10 brochures, just not a lot because you're not going to sell a lot of this one just by experience. Federal sales, this is a special product that we are allowed to sell. I just need you to order on the federal sales like 3 packets for now, just so that you know what we can offer postal service and government employees. And that's going to come at a later training. This is a very good uh, high income for you, great product for the customer. It is a little more advanced sale because, well, like Patricia, she'll be very familiar with it because this is a direct deduction from their payroll check. I want you to order like 25 of I am your policy. I 25 of a value in what we do, 25 folders, 25 about the company, and then it's going to start breaking down by product. Golden Solutions, 50 to 85. This is the one you're going to sell a lot of because this is what the appointments that Patty and the team in Dallas is receiving to go see. This is for final expense. So a lot of the products are going to fit into a lot of the appointments are going to fit into this category. So you actually want to order like 25 of that, 25 of the 8 reasons why they need the product. The agent guidelines are super, super important that you carry with you because they'll answer a lot of questions. For example, if you probably received the initial package on this, but it's got a lot of information. Obviously, it's got the breakdown of the policy. But as I go out on the field, on my phone, I would record information like let's see, like the EMSI and the optical. I would record that. I would add that to my contacts on my phone because you will always need to make a phone interview from within the customer's house as you're in the house. Because if you let the company do it for you, they're gonna do it at their own time and they're gonna try a few times. And if they cannot reach the customer, your policy is gonna take forever to get issued. So if you're in the house, it's best to do it as you are already in the house. If you're right there, just get it done right then and there, right? Okay. Um, the other thing over here, it's gonna be your weight and height charts. It'll tell you what product they're gonna qualify for, whether it's the immediate product, the graded product, or the return of premium product, depending on their height and weight. Yeah. So most anybody that's on the average sizes, like from 5'2" to 5'10", this is the average heights. On the other products, you're going to notice that if they're right around 100 pounds or less, they're going to be declined. So it's dangerous to be skinny too in this business. So just be aware of your agent guidelines. Okay. Um, I'm going to move to the prescription drugs. Most people 50 or older are going to be taking some type of medication, and just based on just as you go through the process in the underwriting in front of the customer, you're going to find out what type of medication they take. And if you have doubt, if they're taking medication for diabetes, for example, here, you'll see that this one is immediate issue. Okay, so don't be scared when a customer tells you I have a heart condition or I'm taking this type of medication, because a lot of them we're gonna be covering through the product. Once you go through the medication, if you have a specific sickness or illness, you can look at that. Following the medication. You'll see that they'll have impairment guides. So it'll tell you if you have AIDS or HIV, Alzheimer's. Uh, if they have an aneurysm, they can get the product that's return of premium or graded. It tells you the the criteria right here in the middle. So you have a lot of those answers right at your fingertips. Um, so this is something that you want to keep handy all the time. Your brochure, your agent guides. Moving forward, every time you download a application packet, like for this one is the home protector, everything that you will need to sign on paper will be here. If you do it on your phone or tablet, and this is super, super important because the packet doesn't have it. But if you're going to do it on paper, if you're going to do it on your phone, make sure you take note of this. Make sure that you have an order the replacement form and the sales materials form. This is for your protection. Order like 50 replacement forms and like 50 sales material statements. And basically, the sales material statement, it's going to be to protect you, the agent. It says that you showed the customer the brochure, all the right materials, everything pertaining to the policy that you just wrote, and the customer is accepting that. The replacement form, even if you're not replacing a policy, I would have them sign a replacement form. I would have them sign a replacing form. And even if they're not replacing, where it says, are you considering discontinuing making premium payments? Well, no. Are you considering using funds from this policy? No. And over here, I would put not replacing. So not replacing, get the customer sign, you sign, you're protected. That way, if the customer or the company says you need a replacement form, you don't have to hunt down for it later on. You already have it on file. The more you can give the company, the better it is. Make sure that you're aware that every product with Occidental Life will have a confined care benefit rider. And it basically says if you're confined to a nursing home, we're going to pay 2.5% up to $5,000 of the death benefit for 40 months. See, 40 months. For example, if the benefit is 100,000, we're going to pay $2,500 a month for 40 months. Every quote that you do will have that confined care included. It is only optional on the Secure Life Plus product, and it is only optional for the client to decline. But if they don't decline the coverage, it will be added automatically. Every product, for example, on Home Protector, you will be able to add a chronic illness benefit for the customer, which is it covers 10 to 12 sicknesses. It's a chronic illness. So this one, I would try to add this to most every product if you can, because it is very, very inexpensive to add. But make sure that you order your brochures and all your aging guidelines if you don't already have them. So make sure that you order that. Um, Let me see. Here's the OBA aging guideline on the brochure, and I'm giving you a 30,000 feet high view of the what it is. But if you look at some of the product, like OBA, Officers Benefit Association, it tells you it's a group term life insurance. It's for dependent coverage and cash accumulation, and it is basically for 911 responders. Okay, so a lot of agents, so the eligibility includes government employees, first responders, employees of the state, railroad, hospital, airline, citizens of a U.S. territory or Cayman Islands. So are we citizens of the U.S.? Yes. But agents always only read the first couple of lines and they come across a case and they don't write it because they're not government employees. But if you're a citizen of the US territory or Cayman Islands, you can write it. And then if you can write it, that means that if I'm a citizen and my wife is not, then you can actually write the spouse. Yeah. So just be aware of that. And it's got a lot of great benefits. So make sure that you take that annuity training, because if you add the annuity to the OBA, you will need to fill out the annuity suitability disclosure. It sounds long and hard, but it is very short and sweet because it is not a hard form to take care of. There's some questionnaires that you should carry with you at all times. The diabetes one and the high blood pressure one, you should carry with you all the time, because those are uh, the most common ones to use. Um, and then obviously Secure Life Plus, right? Let me see. Any questions up to right now to this point?
No.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna show you how, if you go into a house and you're presenting somebody, you're gonna be able to beat any pricing on any product, and that is your by learning your product. Basically, it's very simple. For example, I'm gonna show you the Home Protector, which is the easiest one. I'm gonna download the agent guideline, and again, this is what I say all the time. What you don't know will hurt you. This, if you don't know your information, this will take you out of a sale. But if you look on page 3 or 4, if you look on page 4, you know, and you look at the conversion policy, the conversion privilege, let me see where it is. Let me see. So basically, there's two things for you to notice. The Home Protector, it's a level term insurance to age 95. So what does that mean? That if you're 20 and you have a 30-year-old policy, by common sense, you think it'll lapse at 50, correct? But it doesn't lapse at 50 because it is guaranteed to age 95, and it is under this page 4, the last clause over here. It says that while the policy is in force, the customer has a conversion privilege to be converted to any permanent insurance offered by the company at time of conversion, and the conversion is allowed on or before or the earlier of the policy anniversary on which the level premium ends, or before the customer turns 75. So basically, if you're 30 and you get a 30-year-old term, you can still keep your policy to age 95. So if that makes sense, I'm going to go back to the quotes and I'm going to illustrate that same person. I'm going to illustrate a 35-year-old female, no smoke, in Texas, 30 years monthly. And let's just do $100,000 policy. Nothing. I'm not going to add any benefits, any riders. I'm not adding nothing on here, okay? So I'm just playing out simple 30-year mortgage protection or life insurance. Well, it tells you that is 3362, right? So, but if you look at the key features, it actually adds the terminal illness benefit, the chronic illness death benefit, and the confined care benefit. Yeah? So there's no policies in the market right now that are this cheap at 30 years old for 100,000, for $33 for 30 years, that come with the, obviously all the policies will have terminal illness with any of the companies out there. But I haven't seen any that have already included the confined care and the chronic illness. Yeah. So for $33, it's already in the policy, and that's that. So I'm going to keep that open. And remember that, let me see. I'm going to come over here again so we don't forget. I should have downloaded it. Okay. Remember that the chronic illness rider, it's available with the terms. It already, no additional charge. It's already built into the policy. So with this benefit, you can accelerate a portion of your death benefit early if authorized by a physician that certifies you're chronically ill. So it's really, if you cannot perform, basically, if you're unable to perform and you need help or assistance eating, toileting, transferring from one place to another, bathing, dressing, or continence for a period of 90 consecutive days, you're going to get this chronic illness rider, and we're going to advance up to 95%. Plus, if you're confined to the nursing home for assistance, we're going to pay you another 2.5% for 40 months. So that's on top of another benefit. So it's a very strong setup that we have here. But I'm gonna go back to 30 years. So we said 30 years, right? We got 30 years over here. Let me see. So we got 30 years. And we can see over here 30 years. And I'm gonna be repetitive because this is key, because the term insurance policy to age 95, it's there too, is the guarantee, right? We already mentioned that. Well, what if we drop it to 15 years? If I drop it to 15 years, it's not even gonna let me quote because the product is so inexpensive. See, minimum premium base coverage has to be $300 annually in order for you to quote. So that means that that product is less than $30. But watch this. What if I add waiver premium? What if I add 25% critical illness? What if I add $100,000 of accidental death? What if I add children's, one kid, let's say, or two? You can cover up to 10 kids with the same at the same cost. And let's see, let's add 1,000 or $500 disability. Let's say you cannot have these two together, but I'm gonna keep the critical illness. My goodness, still cheap. Let's see. Let me see what we can add here. Well, I'm gonna move this to 125,000. Now it let me quote. Okay, let me go back over here. I'm gonna drop it to 25. Wanna go that expensive? 55. Let me see, where are we doing? That's not. I'm just playing with the numbers over here because I want to give you a good comparison. Hmm. Wow. Okay. Well, on a monthly basis, let's see. Well, why is it not letting me quote? Okay. I was playing with the numbers just so that I can side by side. I know we talked about $33.62 with no benefits, with these three benefits: the terminal illness, the accelerated confined care, and the chronic illness. So that's three benefits for $30. But if you make it a 15-year product and the same guarantee applies to age 95, so the customer is receiving the customer will receive 125,000 in life insurance in face, 120, where's the 120,000 in accidental death benefit. We're covering each child under age 18 until 25. We're covering each child up to $15,000. And then we're covering the critical illness up to $31,000 per each case of paralysis, heart attack, stroke, cancer, kidney, etc., etc. Plus, you still have the confined care. Plus, you still have the chronic illness. Plus, you still have the terminal illness and all the benefits. So you can actually tell the customer, Mr. Customer, here are your two options. We can have a combined coverage, because if you add all of this benefits, 125, 120, 15, so let's say that they have two kids, that alone is $30,000 in benefit. If they have three, it's 45,000. So let's say that they have two kids, so that's 30,000 in coverage right here, 31,000 for critical illness. So you have 125 and 120, that's 245, plus 30 is like 270, plus your critical illness. That's almost $300,000 of confined benefit, Mr. Customer, for $55. For 55 or 59, I'm sorry, or you can have the other one for 33. So all I'm saying is that you can build a much stronger product with a higher premium for you if you use the lower years, because you can add so much stuff and everything is guaranteed to age 95 anyways. Okay, so just kind of be aware of that. I'm going to take this off and I'm going to put waiver premium, see what it does. So we dropped about $7 just to take the critical illness and add the waiver of premium, which is the unemployment rider. But this is key for you to see all of the benefits here, because this is the fine print of the company. And as let me see, I'm doing something on my other screen. I just want to delete some stuff. Oops. Give me a quick second. Do you have any questions for me right now?
No.
Okay. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna move over. Just don't mind all the scribbles that I did. I was practicing with this, but this is a letter that I created to leave behind for the customer. And basically what it is, it's your benefits. So before I leave the house, I leave the folder with the customer. I leave the folder and I tell them, listen, Mr. Customer, if anybody tries to come in and tries to replace the policy or tell you that they got something better, please pull your folder out and make sure that you compare apples to apples, because once you fill this out in front of your customer, You can say, okay, total combined coverage, 300,000. Confined care benefit, yes. Terminal illness, yes. Conversion privilege, yes. $5,000 for free accidental death and dismemberment, yes. It comes automatic with every policy. Waiver of premium, yes. Free discount drug card, yes. It comes with every policy. If you have cash accumulation, disability, um, you can put here uh, cancer or critical illness or unemployment. So you put a whole list of benefits. So the customer is going to have this for reference. They're going to have your information to contact you. You know, you're going to leave everything behind so that you can work with this. Okay. And then obviously I leave behind a thank you letter. And then I usually, let me, I'll email this to you so that you can copy it and make one for yourself. But basically, I leave the thank you letter and I leave your benefits. I leave them inside the folder because this one says, listen, and by the way, we're going to give you a $25 gift card for referring any friends or family. And then because we do auto and home insurance, I put that on there, but I'm going to email you this so that you can actually uh, copy it and use it for your site. So,
Okay.
yeah, let me see. Um, oh, here it is. Let me see if I can send you this one. I can share it with you right here. If my computer works, that would be great, but it's not. I'll not clicking. Huh. Okay. So I'm gonna email this for. I'm not putting your email on the screen because it's being recorded, but I'm doing it on my other screen, and it's in your email, Patty. So you already have it. I'm gonna make sure that we do. I'm gonna send you this. Um,
I have those. I think it came in the packet, the big old packet that I got in the mail.
okay. No, they're YouTube videos.
Yeah, I have that on the packet.
Oh, okay. So what I need you to do, it's you know, this one is important for you. The what you should carry in your briefcase. You know, I went very simple steps as to how to build a folder and what you have in one folder. So in my briefcase, I carry two home protectors, two final expense, one secure life plus folder. So in my briefcase, I basically carry like 5 or 6 packets so that if I'm in the house, I don't forget what to offer, and I got them handy, and I can leave behind the the stuff for the customers, especially putting the folder together, working pending, obviously, you know. Okay, so if you got those, that I need you to work on those because those are going to give you a lot of information. Um, let me see. So that's a comparison on that one. I'm gonna go on a golden solution. Let's do a. I really like selling the combined coverage with people because what I basically mean by combined coverage, I like to sell like instead of selling a $20,000 product on final expense, I really like to do 10,000 face. This one you can add accidental right here. You can add nursing writer. You can actually on your golden solutions, which is the final expense, customers can actually insure their kids. They can insure their kids and their grandkids. So if you notice, I added $10,000 face, $10,000 accidental, and then I'm maxing out the children because it says over here that if the customer is 50 to 60 years old, we can insure up to 2 units. And the grandkids, I'm just going to put 3 grandkids at $10,000. So for me, this is a much better sell because it has so many benefits. So I can tell the customer, listen, Mr. Customer, um, male, 55, non-tobacco. I'm giving you $10,000 face. I'm giving you, here we're going to go over here, $10,000 face. We're going to give you a terminal illness benefit. We're going to give you a confined care benefit that really, this one works a little different than the one in Home Protector. The Golden Solution really, what it does, it works instead of paying 2.5%, it pays a total of 5% for 20 months. So 5% for 20 months. So if I'm presenting to you and you're my customer, I'm going to be saying, listen, you have $10,000 face, you have a terminal illness benefit, a confined care benefit, because customers don't understand rider, they understand benefits. We're also going to include a nursing home waiver of premium, Mr. Customer. We're going to add that benefit that will pay for your policy if you're confined. We're also going to add an accident death benefit of $10,000. We're going to cover each one of your kids. So how many kids do you have? 5. We're going to cover all 5 for $6,000 each. And we're going to cover 3 of your grandkids. It says here 3 grandkids. Their children, we can cover up to like 9, okay, with the same cost. On the grandkids, you got to name how many. So we're covering, in this case, 3 grandkids for $10,000. So not only are we adding $10,000 phase benefit, so we're adding 10,000. We got another 10,000 in accidental. We got 30,000 that we're adding for your grandkids. We got 12,000 for your both of your grown-up kids. We have your nursing rider, and you have your confined care benefit, and you have your terminal illness benefit, giving you a total of 62,000 in combined coverage. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So, using those tools uh, can help you get more sales because you can take all the benefits out, and instead of offering 10,000, you can offer 20,000. 20,000 is $75, right? $75, and it doesn't have any of the other features. See? So it makes sense and less expensive, but then again, it's your client. You make that decision inside the house because you're field underwriting, obviously. If you look into lastly, because we're 2 minutes, we got about 2 minutes. to go. I don't want to take all your Saturday. If you go to your agent e-file, you know, like Eduardo Salido is got one agent, and if you go to your information, you're gonna see all your information, everything that you would need there. If you go to all your cases right here, you can view all of your pending active cases. You can actually download all your customers' information on an Excel file right here. You can view your commissions, your policy correspondence. This is key because you can actually view a letter that was sent to the customer even before the customer gets it. So if you know that they're gonna get a letter from Combine, let's say that they forgot a signature or whatever, you can see it, and it's to your advantage that you can actually go in, download it, send it to your customer before he even gets it in the mail. By the time he gets it in the mail, you already have it back into Combine. Um, helpful hints. I think this is another good piece that they put together for the agents. So take a little bit of time to do that. And then over here on the bonus box, we got 1 minute left. On the bonus box, if you do this on a monthly basis, even $7,500 in a monthly basis, you get a cash award of $50, 75, or $100. That's all the time, always. And then you can always download your products at a glance, and it tells you all the products. Basically, it tells you all the products, the product type, the issue age, the minimum phase, the maximum, policy fees, underwriting, riders, additional benefits. So if you're in doubt and you're saying, man, what do I sell this customer? Like we have an accidental death protector, uh, you know, with return of premium. It's got a little bit of whole life and a lot of accident death, and it returns their premium. And you can see what additional features and benefit it has, but you can see that for every product. So like if we hang up and you forget what the home protector is, well, it tells you we have 15, 20, 25, and 30 years, 25,000 or 20. The minimum face is 25,000. The maximum face is 300,000. And you can add all these benefits: critical illness, disability, waiver, children, accident, level term for the spouse, terminal illness, confined care, chronic illness, waiver of premium, and unemployment. There's not a lot of policies out there that you can add that many benefits. Look at the value plus that we can add to your. I mean, there's so many benefits for. Look at the ultimate universal life. I mean, these policies are super loaded with great benefits for the customer. So take a little bit of time. uh, if you have a questions, email me. We can do, as you start selling some of your product, then I'm gonna do a class just for Secure Life Plus. You can learn how the submitting goes, the underwriting goes, the cash accumulation, uh, the interest, the term, 3 times the term benefits. So we'll talk about that on that class as soon as I see you putting some business in your pipeline. I'll go ahead and open that uh, conversation, or you can email me, call me, or anything and say, hey, we need this right now, and I'll get it done. For now, I'm going to stop recording.